Welcome to the premiere episode of Standing Reservations, where nothing is off the table. I'm Becky.
And I'm Brad. And we're going to take you on a journey of grief, laughter, and maybe a cocktail or two.
Definitely a cocktail. Did you notice that we have the perfect cocktail here?
We do. I absolutely noticed we have the perfect cocktail here.
Well, the perfect cocktail is my Dusty Goose. I've got a Dusty Goose. It's not real dirty. It's
She has
just
a
a
Dusty
little
Goose.
dusty.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, exactly. Totally. And I'm sorry that yours is not a Dusty Goose.
But I'm absolutely loving my slightly dirty martini with three regular olives.
Blue cheese.
I do enjoy blue cheese. So cheers.
Cheers.
To Standing Reservations.
Standing Reservations.
And all of you for joining us.
How did we get here?
How did we get here? Well, I drove.
Oh, that's really good.
No, it's actually an interesting story, and hopefully all of you guys can relate to it. We were friends, but we became bonded friends through losing our husbands.
Right.
Exciting, right?
Yeah.
So my husband, Jonathan, passed away in 2021, March 28th.
And my husband passed away, Kent, in January of 2023.
Yeah. So, and we both have very unusual dry sense of humor, and we cry through laughter or through inappropriate humor, which I think I'm hysterical, but other people have different opinions. Sometimes, not always, but really was our love of our husbands, our friendship, and then being in. Actually, our third co-host is actually this location, Artisan Restaurant here in Elkhart, Indiana, because this location was Jonathan's hangout in the 90s under a different name.
Right.
The restaurant, not him.
Right.
It's not like an alias or anything.
Right.
And then when we became Artisan in 2015, we started coming here weekly.
Right.
And then we had major events here, like our wedding and anniversaries and things like that. And then you and Kent were here so often.
We were here quite often. People may wonder how the two of us started bonding because we are the unlikely couple. Seriously.
Kind of, yeah. So we actually met here at Artisan.
We did.
At a dear friend's birthday party. We were seated next to each other.
Yes.
And so Becky and I were talking, Jonathan, Kent were talking, and through some funny circumstances, we started decorating your home and doing projects for you.
Right.
And then that's when the friendship started building, where we'd have dinner and, of course, see each other and things like that. And so when, like I said, I'm 2 years up on her with grief. And so Becky needed someone to talk to that wasn't.
I can tell that story.
Okay, you tell that. You tell. I'm going to take a sip.
So when Kent died, I have a strong faith, and I was very happy for him. He had been through a lot, and I was very happy for him because I knew he was in heaven, but I was devastated for me. And I wasn't really sure how to get through that. I went to my doctor in June after he had passed in January. And my doctor did blood work. And who knew we have something called cortisol?
I don't know what that is.
I don't know what that is.
That.
But he looked at mine and said it was way too high and that it was time that I start going to a grief group. And I said, no, I'm not going to do that.
Right.
And he was, well, why aren't you going to do that? And I'm not going to go and listen to somebody that lost a pet 20 years ago and they're grieving over it. Yeah. And I also don't want to go and hear somebody that was grieving like me because I would take that pain on too.
I can see you doing that.
So he was well, you have to do something because your numbers are dangerously high.
Okay.
And I said, well, I had dinner with Brad Priest last Saturday night. Now, my doctor had also been Jonathan's doctor.
Right.
So he knew you.
Yeah. So you knew me, Jonathan's situation,
right.
and all that.
And his first reaction was, no, no, that's not. And then he changed his face and that's not a bad idea. And he put it in my permanent medical record that I am to have dinner with Brad at least once a month.
Yet he doesn't pay for it.
Totally.
Just saying.
We've tried to get him to turn it into insurance.
Medicare, Medicaid,
anything,
I don't know.
anything.
AARP, something.
Right.
Yeah.
But no. Well, he doesn't.
It's actually, it's a true story. And with grief, and the reason that when we were approached to do this, and we both laughed, but then
right.
Grief is such a complex word, and it's something we're going to talk about through the series of this series. And everyone's experiencing grief, no matter what it is. It doesn't have to be a loss. It could be health. It could be loss of a job, a relationship, lost your favorite earrings. I don't know. But grief is grief. And the biggest thing I've experienced, people don't talk about it enough or have someone to talk to, or someone wants to try and fix it.
Right.
And that was my thing with a group or a counselor even. Bring me one that's going to fix this or change it.
Right.
Apparently you can't. I mean, sitting at my coffee table, I guess it's not going to change. Again, my sense of humor. So
yeah.
You love me or you don't. And that's where I felt I could be an ally to you, because being 2 years senior to the situation. And there's so many cliches. Get through the first year. It gets better.
Oh, all of the things that people say. Now, I do want to say that grief therapy, grief groups are great for some people.
Yes.
I know some that encouraged me to go, but what they said made me feel like that's not the thing for me.
Right.
But it was great for them.
Yeah, and I'd still go to one if someone presented a good one, or someone that could maybe get past my layers and break down that wall of grief. And so we've been good. That's why we want you guys to be participating in this, because we're good for each other in terms of I give her homework because I'm dealing with myself, of course, then family and friends. I have a very bougie dog who's grieving also. But then you've got children and grandchildren and friends who all have an opinion.
Right.
And my biggest thing for you was you have to be a girl, a woman. You have to be selfish and think about yourself and what's going to help you not get through the holiday, but get through today.
Right.
Each day.
Right. That's one thing. Everybody thinks they know how they will feel. Everybody thinks they've got great advice.
Right.
And some of the things people come up with, you can tell they haven't been there.
Right.
You know the ones that have been there or are there.
Right.
I know, I think the worst for me was at the funeral home, somebody coming and saying, oh, don't worry, you'll find somebody else. Yeah. Those aren't good things to say.
Ever.
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 Ever. If you want to know something great to say, nothing.
I love a shrug.
I love a shrug.
I love when someone just... And I got it the other day. Someone came into my shop, J&B Home Decor and Gifts, and gave condolences. Yeah. And did the, I don't know what to say. And I'm like, and that's enough. You don't have to say anything. You brought his name up. I know, again, this isn't for everyone. So we want to help you, but you don't have to do it our way. My way, and we're very similar, so I'll say our way, is to talk about Jonathan and Kent.
Yeah.
To be silly. And I would say just because we're smiling doesn't mean we're okay.
Right.
And we still go out. We still go out to dinner. We go to events. And that's what works for us, to be amongst people and do things. But we also, at least I confuse a lot of people because I talk about us and we, oh, then him, or they're like, is he alive? Is he dead? What, what is this? But because he'll always be a part of me. So
Right.
and I think that's where, in my opinion, as an unlicensed therapist, we should all talk to whatever level and find that person, maybe just to listen. Because sometimes you just need someone to listen.
And I would also say there are people that work through their grief maybe better than us.
Oh, yeah.
And I think it's incredible that we have found that we grieve so much alike.
Mm-hmm.
And what helps me helps you, and that has been life-saving for me. It's incredible to know that I can go and talk to you about Kent all I want to. And I know that there are people that I'm around that don't want to hear about Kent all the time. But I want to hear about Jonathan.
Yeah.
And you'll listen about Kent. And that's been amazing for me.
And to me too. And I'm not going to cry this early in the episode, but that you're right. And it sounds so elementary of like, you should be able to talk about your feelings. And again, this could be anything, ours is very specific, especially in this first episode, but we're going to expand on fun things, silly things as this series continues. But it's finding what's making you not feel great today.
Yeah.
And whether it's a cloudy day, trouble at work, people with all these kids. Again, I'm a dog dad, so, but it's whatever's not making you happy. I was gonna say figure it out, but that sounds too harsh. Try and figure out what's going to make you feel better. Maybe silence, maybe a friend, maybe grabbing a coffee, grabbing a martini. Cheers.
Unfortunately,
You always have to sip when you say cheers. Always is bad luck.
Yeah.
But
unfortunately for you, your martini isn't quite as good as mine. But it's okay. It really is okay.
Dwelling. She's
I may go
absolutely
back to
dwelling.
that. Yeah, maybe.
On
Maybe.
the goose of it all.
Yep. On the. Yes. Well. Okay. Let's move on.
We have to leave? Is it closing time?
No, not yet.
Oh,
I don't
okay,
think
good.
we have to leave yet.
Because I love Artisan. I'm not leaving.
Maybe we should talk about how much we love Artisan. And the fact that you are here every Saturday night.
Yeah.
I'm not.
No.
But Saturdays have become Bradder days.
It's evolved into that. Because it's ironic. And it really happened organically. Because when... so my Artisan anniversary started the Saturday Memorial Day weekend, 2015. I know, I love it.
I know, yeah.
Because they opened in end of January of 15. So we gave them a few months to get their feet wet and get the kinks out, and then it's a longer story which I will not go into.
Thank you.
Well, later I will. But it's the team, and there's been many teams since 2015, but they've all been lovely and wonderful and warm to us, to me. So that's how I evaluate it. And the bartender at the time, she was so lovely. Our friend Janet was with Jonathan and I, and we had reservations at a different place. We had a drink here. We had dinner at the other place as fast as we could and came back, and we never left. And then we slowly started, I don't know, I really don't remember why Saturday became our night, but it did. And literally, it would take a major event to get Jonathan and I out of, hard to believe, well, anyone new watching, I'm a creature of habit. So we have the same seats. Or if we do sit very where we're filming from, it's up here on the landing, certain tables. So, but it just happened organically that we're here every week. And then when we were able to legally be married, we've been together since 2000, legally married in 2016, had to be on the same date, March 6th, our anniversary. So then it was one of those things where, okay, that was a Sunday, and it was in 2016. So go to the manager at the time. We're like, what would it take to open this place on a Sunday? Bring in the staff, the team, the chefs, and we discussed it. And we sat 84 people for dinner. We were the first wedding here, and that started them doing major events. And of course, we had all of our anniversary. Our 20th anniversary was here, and every birthday, and then our the friends who come. So for me, Artisan will always be a part of my life, let alone a major part of the Jonathan and my story. And I think so many things apply to you and Kent here at this place also.
Right. We started coming right away as well. I remember, I do believe it was their first event. They had a tequila dinner early on, and that's what they were doing, things that nobody else was doing at the time. And they also had, I know my husband loved it too, because Miss Mexico was here for the tequila dinner.
You know, she was beautiful.
She was. The one thing we loved about coming to Artisan is we always saw people we knew here.
Yes.
We always saw friends, and it was just a fun place to come to.
That is true. And even when I right after Jonathan passed, the first probably year, friends and family would not let me be alone as with you.
Right.
And but I enjoy my alone time.
I know you do.
And that came from years with entertainment and travel. I didn't want to be with the same people all the time. So I like dinner by myself. But when you come to Artisan by yourself, you're like you said, you're never by yourself.
Exactly.
And with the team, no matter what configuration it is at the moment, is amazing. The guests, and again, so that's where us being involved with the charity circuit and owning businesses and being social and talkative. I know, hard to believe, right? It's whether it's here or any establishment or event. Find your place. I guess that's sort of the friend you're watching from across the country. Find your place. Find your Artisan. Find your place where, I don't care if it's a diner, if it's someplace that makes you feel special, but you have to make them feel special. Is that my camera? Make them feel special. Ask about them. And because of that, and how that can relate to how do you muster up going out, whether it be with someone or by yourself, when you're still grieving, and 5 years into it, it can be a moment. For me, triggers happen not on holidays or major events. Even though I celebrate all those, it's the day before, 2 days before. And for me, Artisan's getting a big plug here, isn't it?
Yeah.
But it's true, because for me, this is my calm. This is my therapy. For me to come and sit in my same seat, whether I'm with someone or by myself, is my calming situation. And that's where, if I'm repeating myself, I apologize. But when we're approached to do this podcast, Becky and I talked about it. And we're like, we only want to do it if we can be authentic. Grief is sad, but it doesn't have to be devastating. Okay, I'm already retracting. No, you're not there yet. And I'm already retracting those words, because it is devastating, but how do we stand with it?
Oh.
And we may still have reservations.
And we are still standing.
Gotta get the plugs in there.
You do.
Standing Reservations with Becky and Brad.
Right.
Where nothing is off the table, which means we will talk about everything and anything.
He will talk.
And I will talk.
Forever.
Yes.
He will talk.
And
I will say that for me, you like the alone time.
mm-hmm.
I would have sat at home all by myself and just remembered
Mm-hmm.
and been sad. But I determined, after Kent passed, I determined that whoever asked me to do something, I would say yes if I could, no matter what. Even though I felt like doing nothing, I knew that if I started saying no, that they wouldn't ask
I was saying
anymore.
the offer stop. Yeah.
Right.
Yep, that is true.
So
That's in
I
friendship.
have-
That has nothing to do with grief. If you have a
Right.
friend and you keep saying no to something over and over, they're not going to ask you.
Right.
So, yeah.
And so I said yes to so many things.
So many things.
And my schedule is insane.
yeah. See, I can say no.
Yeah. I haven't. I haven't said
and that's
no
okay.
yet.
And that's works for you. People always say, I started a new business a year after Jonathan passed. Doing that, going out, involved with charities. They're like, how do you do it? Smiling and laughing. I go, my dog, Miss Piper, because through it all, she has to be walked. She has to be fed. So I can't curl up in a ball, which I would like to on many times because she wants to be played with. So for me, she was my saving grace. And then family, friends who are family who are friends, and a community. I've never been embraced. I'm from Chicago, but I've lived here, I guess, long enough to be a part of this community. I still say I'm the new guy. Okay, it's been like 26 years, but I've never felt more love from strangers than in this area.
Yeah.
And that's
It's
where,
a great area.
and I've been fortunate enough to talk to some other people besides Becky who have gone through loss, who don't have the support we have.
Right.
And where they feel literally alone. And one person, she's in her 20s. At least we were mature when this happened. Not that it makes it any easier, but
We were older.
Here's a
Some
young,
of us are
a
mature.
young woman who going through this who didn't feel the support, and her and I became again friends through grief.
Right.
So it's sort of a full circle common denominator. There's so much going on in the world, or in your lives, and family are complicated, friends are complicated.
Well, I will say my friends have been there for me.
Yeah.
And my family has been there for me.
Because they're
And
grieving too.
They are.
But differently.
Right. And I never feel that I don't have someone. I can't say I never feel alone because I always feel alone. And you probably do too. Because the best part of me left this world in January of 2023.
Yeah.
And that part of me is missing. And I always feel that.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that I haven't found times to be joyful. I haven't found times to celebrate and laugh and live.
Right.
I still live, though a part of me has gone.
And that doesn't diminish who we are as people by saying that, because I feel the same way. And then through the happy moments, there's the word, and we're going to save this for another episode, guilt.
Oh, we're not talking
no,
about
not today,
that
not
now.
today. But
No.
we're going to bring guilt back into the conversation in another episode, because you can be joyful, and you can, I always say, I was a very strong person before Jonathan. I was a better person with him, and we were a team, literally 24/7.
Right.
And we'll talk about that
Well,
in the future. But the fact that we are alone is our new reality. Our
reality.
new, and look
It
at,
is.
and we know we are blessed to have
Right.
people and a community.
And we are extremely blessed to be able to get together and sit at the end of the bar
Right.
at Artisan and talk and laugh and cry.
We've cried.
And
There
we
been
have.
many tears.
And to have their support.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm pretty excited about the fact that they are supporting us enough. If you come in and you say, I heard about you on Standing Reservations, or Becky and Brad sent me, you're going to get a free dessert. And it's one that I love. It's one you may not order, but it's one that I love.
it's
so
amazing.
you've got to come and try.
So when they're making the reservations on Open Table, or if they're calling in, just say Standing Reservations, which can be confusing, because we do. It's a play on words, because we do have standing reservations,
Yes.
but we're standing with our reservations. Get it?
Totally.
6-7.
I know.
All the kids do that. So
And
which once the old people start, that's why they won't do it anymore.
Yeah.
So you're welcome. But yeah,
I
so to get your
so hard to keep control of you.
What?
But this is, I know.
okay, so
It's-
we do have to wrap up soon, because I
know.
have things to do today. But if they can say Standing Reservations, when they make reservations, they can get
a free dessert.
free. We all love free. Come on now,
Right.
And it's good. It's not just it's good.
is.
So
It is
make
one of
sure-
my favorites here.
Yeah.
It is,
So-
but it's not one that
Yeah.
I would have thought I would love
But
when I
it's-
saw
it's-
it on the
but-
menu. But I
But
do
it's
love
great.
it.
So
it is great.
It's the Standing Reservations dessert.
Yeah.
But I hope you guys had fun. This is our premiere episode.
It
so
is.
we're getting our feet wet. We're just dipping our toe in the water, and we're gonna be back in 2 weeks. We're every other week, and we're gonna talk
With
life.
more cocktails.
Well, again,
More cocktails.
we do enjoy our cocktails.
We do.
And again, a cocktail could be anything you want it to be. It could be a soft drink. It could be water, as long as you put it in a pretty glass.
A pretty glass.
Because we celebrate
I know.
everything.
We do. And to think that you can be excited about yours as I'm excited about mine, a pretty
I'm
glass makes
absolutely
all the
excited
difference.
about mine.
Well, here's a goose to you.
I wish.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh yeah, this is so good.
No,
This
mine's
really
better.
is-
No.
This
I
is
do enjoy
so
that. That's
good.
good. But mine is better, because
I-
it's absolutely better. And then
We should,
right.
No, I think that
No.
we should really ask other
No.
people to
No,
try
but
them, and
what-
maybe sometime we could do that as
We could, but I'd
we
be
could
right.
have, like,
You'd
if they would come
cry.
to the
You'd
bar-
cry, because I'd be right. And then it goes on, and then we'd have to have
maybe I
this.
would cry, but if I would cry, I think that's not a bad thing because you told me I should cry.
Yeah, but not over your